Welcome back. The Artscape and the Western Cape School of Skills Hairdressing and Beauty Department has put together a hairdressing and fashion exhibition that will run until the 10th of September. This will witness more than 20 schools from across the Western Cape exhibit their creative, colourful designs in hair, makeup and art. To share more on the exhibition, we're now joined by Glynn Kok, the Hairdressing Educator for the Western Cape Education Department. A very good morning to you, Glynn. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Simpiwe. Thank you very much for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. Now, share more on the exhibition, Glynn, and the reasoning behind working with schools in the Western Cape.
All right. We are a cluster of schools throughout the Western Cape. So basically what we do is we come together once a term. We bear the... How could I explain it? I would like to say that these kids are very important to us. So we want to give them the best platform to show off their skills. We want these learners to become artisans and work for themselves, work for an owner at some stage and earn an income. So we put them on a platform where these learners can exhibit what they can do.
So how many schools took part in this program and what was the selection process?
Approximately 22 schools, out of which 18 took part this year. So it depends from school to school. We have them all over the Western Cape, as far as from Agulhas, from Napier, Riebeek West, George. So we have different sections that they participate in. So example, cut and blow dry, cut, color and blow dry, ladies, gents. We have a section that is something like an abstract fantasy. So under the guardians of their teachers, the teacher guides these learners to bring forth their best skills, whatever they can do.
Right.
And this is selected, and we have a selection period, and then we have judges coming around from the Western Cape Professional Department. They would come around to the school where we have the event, and they are judged according to their skills, according to different elements of design, which are very professional, that these judges really, really look for, and the standard was extremely high this year.
You mentioned that you're focusing on both ladies and gents' hair. Can the focus be extended to African or Caucasian hair?
Certainly. There's even a section for African hair, which is Afro hair, which is type 4. You have type 1, which is Caucasian. So there's braiding. This year was out of Africa braiding, and amazing stuff came out.
Okay. Why the focus on hair and makeup, though?
Well, we, School of Skills, we actually give different types of skills. We offer different kinds of skills, out of which there is hair and beauty. Hair and beauty is an integral part of skills. So as far as motor mechanics is concerned, you'd have hair and beauty, which is a big trade in South Africa. It's a multi-million-dollar trade throughout the world. So beauty, if it hadn't been for us, there would be no TV stars.
Right.
We make them.
Right. Now tell us a bit more on the theme, Glynn. I mean, what was the brief handed over to the learners and how was it interpreted?
Oh, well, the theme was just for learners to bring out the best of skills. The brief to the learner is to know that he can work under pressure.
Right.
Working under pressure in a daily basic salon is where you have to produce the goods, earn the cash, and take home a salary.
Okay. Now, the creative hairstyles on display comprise of 10 sections, yeah? Do explain those to us.
The sections, well, as I mentioned previously, these sections would be anything from recyclable materials. You know, there's so much waste going on. So we take plastics, we turn them into really, really explosive materials that are design materials. As we've mentioned, the ladies, the gents sections, there are so many different types of sections that we can incorporate when it comes to hairdressing. There's color. Color is an integral part of hairdressing. People want highlights, people want blue hairs, they want red hairs, they want different beautiful fashion shades. So we try to take all the elements from the curriculum and we incorporate it into a show where my colleagues and I work together. We think out these colleagues are amazing. They are highly skilled people. We put together a show that can bring out the best of skills from a learner.
And what sort of opportunities are you hoping the learners will get from this exhibition?
Well, obviously, number one, the opportunity is to be seen as a very talented person. That will be seen by certain, maybe TV productions, film productions. They see the work of the learner. Furthermore, it is about having to get yourself a skill at a college example, a learnership at a salon. We want these learners to become, just to work to the best of their ability in order for them to carry it forth and provide for themselves and for their children and families one day.
Now, Glynn, do you think children nowadays do understand that, this project as yours can not only be used as a hobby, but as a medium for livelihoods? Do you think they get the message?
It is definitely drilled into them on a daily basis.
Okay.
This here will become your work one day. It will become something that you can proudly sit down back and look back and say, I was at a school of skills. It was not because of my disability. It was because there were teachers that promoted me, wanted me, they mentored me into becoming the best that I can in order for me to become a professional.
All right. Glynn, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much, Simpiwe. Thanks for having me.
Great stuff. It's an absolute pleasure. We just spoke to Glynn Kok, the hairdressing educator for the Western Cape Education Department on the Artscape Schools Hairdressing and Fashion Exhibition. We do thank him for his time. All right, let's now take a quick break. And after the break, we'll have